Let's get the air hoses laced up, pull the handbrakes off, and now we got 0.3 horsepower per ton. Let's see if we can pull these forward. This is going to be the test right here. If we can pull these forward and back them up. To grab the final cut. I think we're going to be able to do... Oh, yeah, we're going to be able to do this no problem. We got wheel slip. Oh yeah, look at that. Let's slow her down. I could hear it slipping. Oh, look at those long shadows. Look at the beams of light going through the gaps. All right, we got to just get through right here. Wait a second, I'm hitting the brake and I'm not getting any... There it goes. That was weird. I hit the automatic brake like 5 times and it wouldn't actuate. Put some sand down. Where's my... Let's hit the sander switch. See if that helps a little bit. I had a feeling I should be paying attention back here. That was 3.5 miles an hour, so I think that was okay. I would have liked it to be a little more gentle, but I'm okay with that. All right, this is the final cut. So now we got 0.2 horsepower per ton. And I just got to pull these out all the way. Look at this. Let's just zoom out here and get a good look at this. We're going from there all the way out towards Premier Silica over here. Oh, wow. Darn it. I didn't even realize we were that far out. I need to get this SD40 out so that it's in the front. Oh, you know what? Actually, I could just run it over here and put it on the front over here. I think I'll do that. But it's also going to be long hood forward, the SD40. That'll make it interesting. I didn't even think about that on the way, for the way back. So that'll get us out with the SD40. All right, let's just start. Let me, yeah, I guess we'll just start pulling forwards. Oh, you know what? Never mind. Hold on. That doesn't make sense. Let's put the brakes on. I will relinquish. I'm going to get this started up. And I'll switch it to long hood lead. So now our headlights are the right way. Pull the handbrakes off. And we'll get this around we'll run this around now and connect it to the MP15, and that way we're pulling with a lot more power. There's no point in having the MP15 lug all those cars to the end of the track, to the end of this spur, so this will make a lot more sense. Watch your speed. I think this will be a lot smarter because that MP15 was going to struggle to pull that 48 car cut all the way to here, so this should work much better. And we're going to be able to beat the darkness, it looks like. We'll be home before, we'll probably get back to Bakersfield. Yeah, it'll definitely be dark by the time we get back to the yard. I'm not too worried about dinner, though. I got a Jersey Mike's sub sandwich that I brought in the cab with me here, so at some point here I'll open it up. All right, let's get these hooked up. I think I'll try doing it manually so we can do the air hose. get both of those open all the way. And then I got to do my MU connection right there. And I'm probably, do I have to set this as lead unit? It already is. So we're on long hood lead. This one should now say MU. I'll just do single middle. And that's it. What's our horse? Let me get out of the way here. It's probably pretty loud. Let's just get an overview here of what we got going. And I should probably put some of these switches back too. But yeah, well, look at this long cut we got to take back to the yard. And we got to go, we got to do it long hood forward. Oh, you know what? We should do our brake test, and I got to do an EOT. Let's jump to the back. Get the EOT on here. And then don't forget, it's not going to work if the angle cock's closed, if there's no air. So you got to open that. And now we can do our brake test. So we're down to 69 in the equalizing reservoir. The brake pipe's slowly coming down. And we'll make sure we get down to 70, 69, 70 on the rear. And then we'll be good to go back. Oh, let's check while we're waiting. Our horsepower per ton, 0.7. We don't have any major elevation on the way back, so we should be okay. But this should be a fun trip. All right, we got 70 on the rear. Let's just make sure we can bail off here. Oh, someone also commented on my trip here. I think the reason why he said when I put the dynamic brakes, I had the dynamics on and I applied the train brake, I got a few pounds in the brake cylinder. I think it's because the MP15s don't have dynamic brakes. So when it doesn't have, I forgot what it's called, but the thing that prevents the locomotive brake cylinders from filling up when you apply the train brake and the dynamic brakes are engaged. It doesn't have that. So that's probably why that happened. All right, so we're looking good here. We can release the train brake and we're ready to head back out to the main line. How's this going to work here? Am I going to look this way? Guess I'm just going to have to go like that. Although I don't really have anything I got to look at because we're just on this branch line. But we'll let I'll give it a notch here to just pump the air up a little bit because you could see the airflow. Although I wonder what this, see this airflow indicator? I wonder what because at the top CFM it says 72 counting down, 71, 70. I'm guessing that's or cubic feet per minute. But then this goes up to 14 and it's definitely, it's at like 8 and this up here is in the 5. So let me know. It must be on a different scale. All right, I think we're ready to go. So I got to put this in reverse. And let's hit the road. Hold on. I just remembered one important thing. Let me hop out. And the MP15, I need to put this back. Oh. It is back on road. Huh. I wonder if it's because I hooked up the MU cable. That's probably why. When I hooked up the MU cable, it probably automatically puts it back on road mode. Oh, they're really serious about their security here at Premier Silica. They got some barbed wire fences up here. Even with this SD40, I'm needing some extra effort. I'm in notch 5. All right, let's see. Do we have any switches that we want to put back? I guess we can just switch these all back to normal. I don't think it really matters because nothing is happening here until we come back again. But just feels good to get them back to green. All right, I think we'll bring it to a stop right here before this crossing. Then I can go flip the switch to get us back onto the main line. All right, so now we can get back on the main line. I think I'm going to manually route myself back. Let's turn auto off. Because I think there's issues when you're trying to... when you're going long hood. I think when you're going long hood forward, sometimes there's issues with getting auto to route you how you want them to. So I'll just do it manually. You'd see Plains LPG off there in the background with those white big ball things. All right, we're clear for 55 mile an hour. What a beautiful evening. I don't even know if we're going to be able to hit 55 with only, wow, what was it, 0.7? Yeah, 0.7 horsepower per ton. We might not make 75 mile an hour, or I mean 55, but we're going to try. Thought I heard wheel slip for a second, but I don't see the light on, so I think we're okay. Oh, what's our amp? Oh yeah, we're pretty high there. Oh, look at that. It's all blurry because we're outside the cab. See if I go in the cab. It's a little bit sharper. I guess it's still a little blurry. We're almost up to 30 miles an hour. That's not too bad. Luckily, we don't have that far to go. seems like everything's working okay. We're up to 33 miles per hour. That seems like it might be the max we're going to be able to get out of this with this weight. But that's all right. Looks like we got a little bridge construction going on over here. This is pretty cool right here, going through all these neighborhoods with the houses, the lights start coming on and everything. Holy cow, look at how that moon is huge. Is that right for it to be that big? That looks awesome, but I don't know if I've ever seen it like that huge. Look at that. I don't know if that's the right proportion, but it looks awesome. So we got a 25, which we're doing But we got to be down to 15 and 1.2 miles, and we're already almost there, so we're looking pretty good here. Not too much longer, and we'll be there. Oh, we're really slowing down. I didn't hit the brakes, did I? Wow, what? Why are we dropping speed so much? There's no brakes on. And the grade says downhill. Did something happen? Well, everything looks okay. Let's put our cab lights on. We were really cruising there for a bit, and then all of a sudden it slowed way down. Got some stars coming out. Alright, we're almost back in the yard here. We're getting close to the yard entrance. We got a beautiful evening. We're just going to park the train and then we'll be all set. And it's up to the yard crew to see where these tankers, these loaded LPG tankers, are going to have to go. I just got to get them back to the yard and then my shift is over. And here we go back into Bakersfield Yard. These guys are still trying to figure out this signal. Must be some crazy electrical issue or something. Some wiring that's a problem, but they're still out here working. Let's see, what's the temperature out here today? Can it, 82 degrees. Doesn't give you the date. But I think we're in October, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, I know in real life, but I think in the sim, I think I'm in October. Let's check it here. October 7th. 82 degrees. Let's get our counter started. That way we know when we're fully on this track, and then we can bring her to a stop. Well, I gotta say, that was a pretty smooth switching job over there at Plains. I think, you know, made a few mistakes, but overall, I think everything went pretty smooth. We didn't have any major disasters or major screw-ups. Ted seems to be happy. Yep, 7:12 p.m., so that's not too bad. I'll eat my Jersey Mike's sub sandwich and then head back home. And then I'll see what they need me to do next. I'm going to put the brake chart up and then apply the automatic brake, and let's see, because the viewer that gave me the comment, he said that the independent brake. All right, so there goes the locomotive brake. Oh, it is applying to both. He said it might apply to one, but it is applying to both. But he's probably right. It has to do with the MP15 being on here and not having dynamic brakes. All right, we're in. Let me check the rear. Pull the EOT off. And oh, we're definitely in the yard. So I can come in here. Let's see. Let's do this. Turn our gauge lights off. Oh, actually, I'll turn them back on for a second. Turn those three off. Shut the engine down up here. Oh, can't do it on the SD40. Turn our cab lights off. Gauge lights. And there we go. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I did. This was a lot of fun. Even though we only did Plains, but you could see if we had to do other industries, this would be a long operation, this Y-BAK3071. So thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next one.